Hello, this is Marianne McGuire of Let Go and Know. I'm really happy that you're here with me. Today, I'd love to talk about the best way to make a change in our lives. I have found that the easiest and most fulfilling way to change an aspect of life is to get excited about it. You can, of course, choose to transform any area of your life at any time. And needless to say, the end of the year is a wonderful time to become present with certain patterns and circumstances that you just don't want to tolerate any longer. But you can do this at any time. And it's wonderful to know that in any moment you can come awake. You don't have to wait for the external to change. You can choose a new way of being, to become present, and to choose to do or be what makes you come alive. Or another way of saying it would be, what is the kindest choice for you in that moment? And if you simply make the choice to become excited about letting go of what's no longer serving you and creating a juicy, new, fulfilling way of being in your everyday life, it's going to be a much smoother path for you. So, how do you do this? Please remember that you don't have to do it alone. You're always supported and you always have access to inner divine guidance. So you can draw on this any time, in any moment, to help you to make the changes. It's so comforting. An insight I received about this is to be sure to choose a background of presence. And that will hold you. Presence will be the container that will hold this new energy that you're going to be choosing. And when you make changes from the now, you don't bring baggage from your past with you. And this is absolutely crucial. So please just be aware and don't identify with your pain, with your past, because it will only keep you stuck. The one thing that's sure to sabotage your success with creating the life and way of being that you desire is to do it while you are held down by your past. So, for example, resentments that you might be carrying, wanting to figure it all out, wanting to know why you were born into the family you were born into, an unwillingness to let go or a loyalty to holding on, as if that will ever bring you the nurturing love that you long for. That always will come from within you first. So for me, years ago, I knew I had to make changes because the past was causing me pain. So, because I allowed my inner guidance to guide me, I knew how powerful I was, just as you are enormously powerful. And I knew that I had the power of choice and that my power of choice had an effect on my life. So I chose to take my power back from the past and from my conditioning and to stand in my power and express who I was beyond the conditioning. And that choice led to freedom. It led to juicy, expanded way of living and untethered creativity. And now it won't all happen at once necessarily, but you can. It's so important to enjoy the journey as you experiment with what you'd like, because it's difficult to know immediately what you like. We're all conditioned to know full well what we don't like, but you really do have to go within and meditate to figure out, what exactly do I want? That's totally normal. So experiment with what you'd like to experience. It's all helpful to you anyway. The so-called mistakes or going off path, it's all helpful to you. You can't actually make a mistake. Anyway, just course correct and have fun and love every moment. So meditate on a pattern that you'd like to let go of, look back and just be aware and think, I'm really tired of that, whatever it is. It's time to let go of it. It's no longer serving me. So for example, self-criticism. That just never feels good, does it? And it's not beneficial for your soul. So why go on experiencing it? So ask yourself, What's the opposite? Loving yourself, being comfortable with aspects of yourself that you usually judge. So then self-love can become your focus rather than letting go necessarily of whatever trait you no longer need, like self-criticism. So that's really how it works. You kind of make the decision, oh, I'm going to let go of that. But you don't really have to let go of it. You just need to shift your focus to, as I say, choosing to love yourself and to cherish yourself. And then the self-criticism naturally falls away. This is the magic of this technique. And what if you realize that that could be the foundational choice you could invite every day into your life from now on? That's an adventure. As you create your new life, do it from this space of cherishing yourself and of allowance of, for example, the fear that will arise. It's inevitable. Just be open to listening to those. They're like screaming children. You know, the part of yourself, they're like the children that scream for your attention. Those emotions that are crying out for your attention. What if you continued from now on willing to give them space to be without judgment, to hear what they have to say and provide for them? That's cherishing yourself. And when you cherish yourself, you live from a full place that spills out into the world, and your presence has a very positive effect wherever you go. So, doing this self love is the biggest gift you can give to the world. So, go within, be present, and choose your state of being before you create, whether you write it down or make a list, before you create your external circumstances. And the magic and the power is in the present moment. So focus on who you really are and focus on what lights you up rather than placing your attention on the struggle and what hasn't been working up to this point. Choose from who you really are, not from the space of struggle, not from the false self. And then your choice has power. And then you embody your choice to ground it in this reality. You know how to do this. You just do it instantaneously. Be willing and open, and your soul will do it for you. You have to make the choice to do it, though. And please realize that you are profoundly powerful and you can do this in a split second. So start with choosing to cherish yourself every morning, just for a few seconds. Make that choice, or before you go to bed at night. Very powerful time to do it because of the 8 hours or whatever it is where your subconscious is at work. So feed it nurturing thoughts before you go to sleep and set your intention, whatever it is, so that you wake up in that same state. And this will be profoundly effective in your life. Just feel that state of loving yourself and cherishing yourself. And after a month or so, new neural pathways will be made in your brain. And you will no longer be living that habit of abandoning yourself or whatever it is. So this affects your brain and your energy field and your soul. It's so profound and it's very, very simple. Keep choosing from the present moment and from who you really are, not from your past. Please remember that. Your life can become a masterpiece, expansive and fulfilled. Write every day. Connect with your truth. It's there. It's right there for you. You were connected as a small child, remember. It's not like you don't have a reference for it. It's your truth. And all it takes is the openness and the willingness to experience it and to allow it. And remember, resistance to life cuts you off from being, from beingness, and from your power. So simply, this is so simple. Give your attention every day to your truth and to live the choice to live from a place of self-love and not from resistance to life, and choose to feel good. And when you feel this, then your other new choices about your life, health, relationships, work, finances, contribution, and so on, can unfold with ease. And remember, once you've decided what you desire and why, please remember to write down why, because that's what you're going after in these areas, and write down how you wish to feel, because that's the fundamental thing. You don't want a big pile of money on the table necessarily. You want how that's going to make you feel, you associate with freedom and so on. And once you do that, once you've written down, so we're at the more physical aspects now, we've gone beyond presence, that's the first step. And the second step is to write down what you desire in the area of health, relationships, work, finances, contribution, and so on. Once you do that, be certain of the highest outcome for you. Just be certain. Just be certain that you will experience the highest outcome and feel good. This will yield magical results for you. Feeling good, it's one of the ways your soul communicates with you. So please make it a priority to focus your attention on feeling good, and your life will blossom. So I really urge you to get out a pen and paper. First, go within, become present, follow the steps I gave you, and then write down what you wish to experience and what you wish to feel. Obviously, do the other one first. I mean, the physical goals are very important, but it's of paramount importance to really be clear on how you wish to feel and why you want what you want. And when you do it from a place of who you really are, from your truth, rather than from your false self, it's magically powerful. So I wish you well with that exercise. And if you want any more information or a free gift, pop over to letgoandknow.com. Until next time, much love.